Hello, everyone. I'm Cheldin Barlatt Rumer, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. I have a lovely guest for all of you. I would love for her to introduce herself, her first and last name, and the name of her business.
Karen Kessler, Nimbl Brands.
Okay, Karen, let's get into it. I'm brand obsessed. I love anything that has to do with branding. I'd love to hear the types of people that you work with, and then we'll get into the types of things in which you do. What are the types of people that you work with?
So I love branding too. I
Yeah.
really do. And I love it. One of the reasons I really love it is because of the people that I get to work with.
Yeah.
I work with visionary women entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
women who tend to have been in business for a couple years
Yeah.
and are really thriving and rocking it, but have realized that, hey, they need to bring a little bit more attention to what they're doing.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And in a more controlled way. I think that a lot of people think, and I would love to hear your opinion about this. I love talking to like-minded people, that it's your brand can just evolve and you can just, and it's not so intentional. It's kind of just who you are. But do you feel as if there needs to be a plan and there needs to be a sense of intention in what it is you put out there?
I do. And I love the way you put it, that it's a sense of intention, because it has nothing to do with manipulation.
Yes.
It has to do with intention. So, and that's why I love working with the clients that I work with, because they tend to have gotten their feet wet.
Yeah.
And they too understand that they need to bring some intentionality to this if they really want to grow and they really want to get noticed.
Oh, I love this. I absolutely love this. What types of elements do you bring to the campaigns in which you execute or that you oversee? What are the things in which you bring,
Yep.
incorporate into their brands?
Yeah, so I'm very specific about the services that I offer. So it's not everything.
Yeah.
So I'm very focused on the brand strategy
Okay.
and the website design.
Okay.
And then to some degree, the marketing from the standpoint of lead generation. So lead generation is a very important component of your website design. And then it's also an important component. It becomes email marketing. And so I work on that aspect as well. But that's, so what I do is very limited to those three areas.
Which I think is wonderful. We always encourage everyone not to be everything to everyone, because then you end up being nothing to anyone. And so making sure that we can kind of figure that out. But I love the elements that you do focus on and the importance of them, who it is that you are, and then what you push out and receive. I think that that's ideal in a campaign, correct?
Thank you, Cheldin.
Yeah.
I love talking to you.
No.
Mutual Admiration Society. Absolutely. Of course. Right? Because that's what happens. So
Yeah.
your brand is the foundation of everything you do. Brand means so much and so many different things to so many people, as you well know. People tend to think that it's a logo or it's your colors or it's your tagline. Sure, it's all that, but it's only that because it's a reflection of some very deep thinking that you've done. Who are you? Who is your customer, right? Who do you want to work with?
Yes.
And then what are the needs that you're solving for them?
Yeah. Oh, I love this so much. Talk to me about the discovery period with your clients, because I think that oftentimes small businesses, boutique entrepreneurs, they have never been through the process of that discovery, right? About answering those questions. Do you walk them through that?
I do. So I've been at this for a super long time. It's kind of evolved into a system, but
Yeah.
it didn't start that way. So it's a system. So it's very much about, I have an entire system where we walk through brand focus. We talk about very intentionally, who are you? What are you bringing? What's your story? Why does it matter? Why does it matter to your customer? Who's your customer? What's your customer's problem?
Yes.
How are you solving their problem? Then we get into messaging and
Yeah.
clarity.
Yeah.
So how do we clarify your message so that you're actually reaching your customer in an emotionally evocative way? And that's very much, it's very much about copywriting and honing in on those specific messages in a way that will convert your customer.
Yeah.
And then we get very granular. How do we apply this to your marketing tools? And as I said, my passion, my love is very much in that website design area, where it then becomes very actionable.
Yeah.
So it's websites should not be an online brochure. For
Yeah.
many of us it is. I get it. And a lot of companies, they create this beautiful or not so beautiful brochure. They throw stuff on the site. It becomes this cacophony of confusing information, right? And then they're not reaching anyone, and their message isn't reaching their preferred customer, their ideal customer. So we go back to basics, we identify who you want to reach, and then we create a website to actually reflect who you are, and then actually convert that customer and follow that through again with the email marketing component.
Oh, I love music to my ears, music to my ears,
Yay.
because unfortunately, a lot of people out there think it's this cookie cutter scenario and that marketing is kind of universal, branding is universal for everyone. You just kind of plug in, but there's so much that gets so specific to your wants, your needs, your campaign, and your audience, which I think is wonderful. And I'm sure you have seen just amazing results just from being focused, right? Maybe a successful company or a company that's just starting out doesn't have much of a data scenario, but you put these things in place and then magic happens. Tell me about that.
And the reason it happens is because it allows the entrepreneur to suddenly filter everything. It filters their decisions going forward. Do they invest in that new shiny marketing tool? Yes or no? Well, they're going to be able to decide it serves me or it doesn't serve me. Or aligning their social media, profiles, which is also something we do, but much more importantly, it's aligning your messaging so that, again, you are meeting your customer where they are. And I came to this through a long marketing background. And a big part of my background was actually presenting products on QVC. So all of that background, it was all about the conversation of the backyard fence. It's about educating. It's not about selling. It's about talking to someone who will benefit from what you have to offer. So that's how I present everything that I do. And it's informed what I do, and it's created a lot of success, thank goodness.
I love this. I love this. And it seems as if everything, the word you used that stuck out to me was aligned, right? So making sure that the brand that is, or the product or the service is aligned with the website, that is aligned with the email, that is aligned with the social media, that everything is really intertwined. Is that correct?
Yep. And it comes down to, I always say it's consistency, clarity. I say, be consistent, be clear, and be nimble. So, right. So you need to be consistent in order to be credible. So if one thing's saying this and the other thing's saying this, or your social media is showing a picture of you at the beach.
Yes.
And right.
I just gave a speech about that. It's so true.
Right.
It's so true. You're selling, whatever it is, you're selling cupcakes, but there's a sunset in your profile picture. It's like, what's happening? And so people have a very short attention span to begin with. And so you want to be able to get their attention. Well, I have to tell you, you have gotten my attention. And I want as many people as possible to follow, fan, and like you, and get in touch with you to figure out ways in order to work with you. So if people would like to contact you and follow, fan, and like you, where would they find that information?
Thanks, Cheldin. So you can find me on my website. My website is nimblbrands.com. That's Nimbl without an E, Nimbl brands.com. I'm also pretty active on LinkedIn, and to a lesser degree on Facebook and Instagram, but you can find me there. And then when you visit my site, you'll see resources and all kinds of stuff that I think you'll find helpful.
Okay, perfect. So there's absolutely no excuse. There is no reason why your brand needs to be anyway disconnected, because I need you to connect with my new friend. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Cheldin. It's been a real pleasure.
Oh my gosh, absolute pleasure. My gut tells me this is not the last time you'll be on This Is It TV. I'm so excited to have met you and to introduce you to the This Is It TV community. From all of us here at This Is It TV, I'm Cheldin Barlatt Rumer, and we will see you soon. Take care.